It's getting scary out there, and it's not even Halloween. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update, and markets are getting awfully scary. You know, we continue to be complacent. We continue to put bad news on the side. We continue to watch the pundits and the advisors ignore all the information that's out there. In the meantime, you can see by the volatility, you can see by the way the markets are trading, that it's getting to be pretty ugly out here. And when we look at these markets, we can only wonder is where is the best point to sell it. And I think that's what we look for, is we want to look for rallies to sell into. As we saw, once again, we had about a 300-point swing in the Dow today. We had about a 100-point swing in the NASDAQ. The Russell was all over the place. So you're seeing what we would call very sloppy trade, which is more of an indication that the top of the markets are in. Again, we're not predicting doom and gloom forever, but again, we're looking for a pretty swift and a pretty ugly correction here. And I think you're continuing to see reasons why. Again, we've got everybody ignoring the debt. We've got everybody ignoring margin debt. We've got everybody ignoring credit card debt. Nothing matters because the only place to go is the equity markets. Not so fast, as Lee Corso says. Right now, bond yields are up to about 3.2, 3.3. The 30 years up over 3.5. So all of a sudden, there's some competition for that 3 to 4% that the markets offer, and the bonds offer it in a safe manner without having to take risk of the equities. So again, we're not telling you to get out of stocks and go into equities. If you're an investor, you stay in and suffer through it. Hopefully you're hedged, you won't have to worry. But again, a lot of people that are in this market don't want to be in this market, and they're going to pull their money. Now, what's happening right here, I think, is we're having the final greed factor play out here, the fear of missing out. So people, even though normally a year ago they'd been thrilled for 3% 10-year, now at 3.5, almost 3.5, they're saying, well, maybe I'll wait a little bit longer. And that's typical greed at the top of all markets. This happens all the time. You see it happen over and over again, and I don't expect this time to be different. In the meantime, gold had a little spark to the upside today, held its low. I think that the lows are in gold. I'd look to be a buyer about 1188. That's what we're looking for. Oil continues to try to push higher. It's extremely frustrating, but again, we're not going to fight it. We're going to sit and wait. And right now, we're making a little bit of a double top. Let's see what happens here. Again, no trade in oil. We're going to sit back and relax and watch it because, again, I'm not going to fight what's going on here. The treasuries rallied a little bit today. We figured to see a rally in the treasuries. The dollars held off a little bit today. Again, none of this is unusual. It's actually very much expected when we look forward to it. So what I'm thinking here is that we look for the markets to make a run up, let the treasuries run up, then it gives us a chance to sell them both because, of course, we think interest rates are going higher and the markets are going lower. In the meantime, the grain markets were a little bit mixed today, more to the downside, but I think that's just a little bit of profit taking. We were up towards the upper levels. No big deal. I think you want to look to be a buyer. I think the same in meats. I think you saw some real good action in December hogs today. Tried to sell off, closed down about $1, but closed right on support. So we're looking to be a buyer of meats across the board on pullbacks. I think those look really good. The Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies, a little bit soft today, but making higher lows. So everything looks according to the way that we expect it to look, and markets are trading the way they should be. Now, again, you've got some good news for farmers. You've got for corn. You've got Trump approved the E15. So again, we're looking for good news there, and that might create some action overall. But the truth of the matter is, the facts is that when the money comes out of equity markets, it's most likely going to go into the agricultural markets and the commodities. And that's what we're looking for, is a movement out of one and into another. And I think you're going to see this. But right now, remember, this happens all the time. The greed is playing out at the top of this market, and we'll see it play out, and then many people will regret that they didn't pull their money sooner, and it'll become more of a panic. Watch the VIX, watch the volatility. It's very interesting here. Watch the FANG stocks. They're continuing to be under a lot of pressure. So we'll see how it plays out, but we are looking definitely to sell rallies. That's the way I see it. This is Bubba's Daily Update with Todd Bubba Horowitz. Don't forget our high school investing program. If you'd like to help us out, go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. That's patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And also, don't forget to catch the Bubba Show every day from 4 to 5 at LibertyTalk.fm. Everybody have a great day. We got the Boston and the Yankees tonight. I think Boston closes out that series. And we'll see everybody back here tomorrow on Bubba's Daily Update. And have a great day, everybody. Thanks so much. We'll see you tomorrow.